Hey guys, this is Bob with HetteshWorld. Today we're going to do a Bob rant. When do you need help while you're on the road full time? Here's our story. It starts off in Kansas. We have 3 ACs on this unit. We've got 3 Dometic Penguin 15,000 BTU ACs. We're in 100-degree heat. We realize that the center AC is not working. So Bob being Bob, I go up on top. Never worked on RVs, but always worked on ACs and air conditionings, also on refrigeration, that type of stuff. But I go up there and I determined that the blower motor is not working. We do have a warranty on this unit still, and it goes till September, and it's an extended warranty. We're going to be leaving Kansas going to Oklahoma. So this is like on a Saturday. I call a warranty contractor in Oklahoma where we're going, and I'm not going to call any contractor out on this. I explained the situation. He says you need a blower motor. So I send him all the pertinent information, the model numbers, serial numbers, and the VIN number, and he says I'll have the part probably on Monday or Tuesday. So we get into town, I give him a call, let him know we're here. Tuesday comes and goes, no part. Wednesday comes and goes. Well, Friday the part shows up. The 2 guys show up, very professional. If I go up on the roof, I already got the unit taken apart for the most part so they could have it easy on them. I had tools up there and a mat so they can kneel on it. It was warm. It was already over close to 100 degrees at this point. So I was trying to make it as easy as possible on them. He pulls the unit out, and the way these units are is you got a motor, you got an evaporator, and you got a condenser fan wheel. So it's a dual unit. So you got your condenser, it's got a large wheel, and an evaporator's got a small wheel. They take the wheels off, they put them on. He goes to start it up. The condenser wheel is wobbling a little bit, so it must have got bent some way. So he tries to straighten out the best he can with his hand. It still wobbles a little bit, but the unit does work. He gets it all put back together. I tested it a couple times with my phone through one control. It did start up, but it was starting up really slow. So it kind of concerned me a little bit. So they finished up, and the whole time he's talking to me about the integrity of their company, which I will not mention their names, on how they do parts replacement and not complete units. That a lot of contractors, a lot of vendors out there on RVs replace entire units. So, I thought that was awesome, That's where parts are sold, so you can replace individual parts. They leave, and we start the unit up, and it runs, and maybe 5 cycles later, the unit quits. I go up on the roof, the fan's not running. So I give him a call back, and I said, hey, the unit is not running. So I said, I think it probably needs the capacitor replaced. Also, I want to replace the blower wheel since it's wobbling and it's giving us a bad vibration inside the camper. So he said, okay, let me check with the parts. It's Friday night, they're closed, but I got a guy I can contact, and they get their parts. I hear nothing from them. So Saturday comes, I start researching the parts, and I find the Dometic Penguin manual for this unit, and I order a capacitor which starts your compressor and your blower motor. And I also order I call it a squirrel cage, but the blower cage. I ordered one of those through Amazon. I think the parts were like $100 for both. Monday comes and he gives me a text message. My parts guy says the parts are available, but they said that normally when parts start failing like that, the unit's gonna be shot, needs replaced. But we won't be able to help you till Thursday. And we had already extended, and I said, well, that's not gonna work for us because we're leaving on Thursday to go to another part of Oklahoma. So I thanked him for what he did. Sunday, the capacitor showed up at a lockbox about 17 miles away because Amazon, there's no deliveries in this COE park here. So we waited till Monday. Barb and I went on into town to the lockbox and picked up our blower wheel and our capacitor. So I get back and I install both. The capacitor literally took 5 minutes to throw in. I tested it, motor comes on, runs perfectly. I pull the whole entire squirrel cage apart. the housing and I replaced the blower wheel, and that takes care of it. I guess the reason why I'm doing this rant is because, do you need people to help you out there in the field? Yes, you do. I mean, you always need someone to give you assistance when you need it. But I sent him a message saying that I had the parts on order, and he had given me that message about that the whole unit need replaced, which I thought was terrible. And after I got the unit replaced, I was not going to send him a text message back, but the more and more I thought about it, I sent him a message back saying you can replace individual parts. I was in the service industry for 40 years. If you have a unit where either the compressor fails or it loses Freon, it's pretty much a done deal and the unit needs replaced. But that's why they sell blower wheels, capacitors, fans. That stuff is all made to replace. So I sent him not a nasty text message, but I was stating the facts that I don't want him to lose his integrity as a tech because he's got some parts guy telling him he needs to replace the entire unit when parts are readily available and they can replace them. And I just wanted to show to him that capacitor and blower wheel did repair our problem, and now we do have our third AC and is working perfectly. In closing, I just wanted to say, out there full-time on the road, you do need people to help you. You just need their integrity to be correct. And I thought, after the situation, I got a little upset after I figured out how easy it was to alleviate the problem, and I felt like that Thursday was a blow-off, that they were not wanting to come out and replace just the parts, and they wanted to replace the entire unit. This is Bob's rant for the day. Let us know in the comments, what do you think? Was I right or wrong on what I said? And come travel in our incredible world.